Jolie here for the English Mixed Martial Arts Association. George Staines is joining me now as a professional. You've moved on
Yes, but
from Emma, but you're still on Team England technically because you've been doing Octagon, haven't you?
yeah, 100% for a third time representing Team England.
How did you find it? How have you been? How's the time in Slovakia as well?
Yeah, it was amazing, mate. Thank you. Absolutely, like a stunning place to have, been able to experience. Like, and on the side of that, got to do with like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, having that experience of, living in that amazing house, living, with your opponents. Not knowing again, like the IMF format, almost like not knowing who you're going to fight. It was an amazing experience. I loved every second of it.
Were there tricky times living with everyone in the house, knowing you're going to fight someone, or how did you feel like you managed that?
There were like to be fair, each team came together real well. So like Team England was always there for each other, and Team Ireland was always there for each other. For the highs and the lows. But for the most, it wasn't bad. I really enjoyed my the whole time there. Like there was obviously like you say highs and lows. Like when Jake and Hassan lost and when Bo lost, obviously there was lows. But the same for the Irish team. We had the same amount of losses, the same amount of wins.
Yeah.
But like you say, for the most part, it was just fun. I've just fond memories of being there.
What did you think of the fights itself then? 2-0 you went.
Yeah, so obviously, like the Bo fight was class. Obviously he caught that slick right over and over the top of Aaron's jab. Jake obviously, unfortunately, got caught with that guillotine, which is well, fair play for Aaron, for locking it up. I obviously took Matthew to a 3-round decision. Almost got my arm snapped in half though. Then Dennis knocks out Hassan, and obviously the semi-finals where Bo and Dennis have that all-round war, and I get that slick sub in, round one. All the fights were crazy, mate. You know what I mean? Like I say, there's some crazy fights and some crazy, like proper, unexpected, like things that happen. Like I say, getting guillotine like that. It was like no one ever saw that coming.
Yeah, exactly. So, how do you feel like Emma helped you get into a tournament like this with Octagon? You're obviously a hot prospect anyway, but
Hundred
being on Team
percent.
England as a European champion, I'm sure made you even more of someone that they wanted to pick to join the show.
Oh, 100%. Like you say, it's obviously like octagons are very big in Europe anyway. So the fact to have a European champion on in that weight category, anyways, it's good. It's good marketing for them anyway. But like especially like doing like with Emma and the IMAFs, like not knowing who you're gonna, because obviously it's for the IMAFs is way more. Is way more intense because you've got a lot more people that you might be fighting. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Whereas doing that, it felt like a bit more of a relaxed version because it was day before weigh-ins. It was and there was only 4 people that you might be fighting instead of 30 to 31 other people.
So,
So it's like a lot more relaxed version.
so for the kids of the future, we'll say you're not a kid anymore because you've gone pro. Um, how would you advise them? Would you advise them to go to the IMAFs because of the fact that you've almost done the hard part with the IMAFs and now it feels different when you have fights every 2 weeks instead of every 2 days?
Oh mate, yeah, 100%. Do you know what I mean? Like I think yeah, especially like getting that experience like of just fighting in a different country. I think that was one of the things that really helped me, going into the to the show
Mm.
was experiencing fighting abroad and not having that experience of not being in my own bed, not being flying while cutting weight. And like I said, not like obviously a unique example, of like, but Octagon Challenge tough. You don't actually know who you're gonna fight, do you? So if you
Mhm.
ever got on one of them shows, you know what I mean. It's a really, really good way to prepare for them, and like it's way more intense. Like I said, you've got same day weigh-ins on the IMAF. You weigh in, then you fight like 5 hours later. Where on these types of shows, you weigh in, then you got the full day to recover and rehydrate. Whereas in the IMAF, you haven't. So 100% recommend the IMAFs, and even like you've got a short amount, you've got a day to prepare for your next opponent, where so it gets you like gets your problem solving really quickly. Whereas like when you're in an 8 week camp, for an opponent,
Mm.
it gives you that you can see even more holes in the games that you're fighting. So
Yeah.
again, just preparing for your different opponents, it's such a game changer.
Now, obviously, you've had a longer time to prepare for Dennis Frimpong, who you will be fighting this
Hmm.
weekend. It's obviously a huge stage with OKTAGON, it being live in Manchester, Ale Arena, etc. What do you
Hmm.
make of this fight? It seemed like it was the one that everyone wanted to see.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I personally say I was the best on Team England, and obviously Dennis was the best on Team Ireland, and obviously that came to fruition. You know, only the best gets to the final, and that's how it works. And like you say, a lot of, like he probably is one of the biggest, like especially at debut level. Below 5 fights, it probably is one of the bigger fights. In the UK and Ireland, and it's like a lot of people saying it's going to be the people's main event, and yeah, it's going to be amazing in front of that. 18,000 people at the AO Arena. What what a place to make your debut.
For sure. Would you say this is striker versus grappler?
I wouldn't because like I'm an all rounder. Like
Mhm,
people are sleeping on my striking. Like no one's actually seen me strike for prolonged periods of time, apart from the people I train with.
mhm.
So like the people I train with know how good of a striker I am. Whereas Dennis has got all right stuff off his back, but he ain't got no top pressure. He's got all right back game, and like you say, like a lot of people will think it's grappler v striker. He sort of is. Do you know what I mean? Like I've won all my fights predominantly all through grappling.
Mhm.
Dennis has won the majority of his through striking. So on paper, yeah, it is probably striker v grappler.
But there's more to your game than people think.
100%, 100%.
Well, it was good to speak to you. We'll keep it short and sweet. We're
Yeah,
obviously always going to link whatever interview we do back to the IMAF somehow in 10 years' time. But no, honestly,
100.
sorry.
No, what I just said, 100%, bro.
I thought you were going to drop in another, do you know? Do you
No.
know? That's your favorite phrase, isn't it? No, but we'll
Yeah,
be getting some
100%, bro.
more across the fights you have as a professional, and yeah, we want to follow your journey as someone who's on the team. We're obviously going out to
Thank
the
you,
Worlds
bro.
next year. It's good to see
Yeah,
people who have been on teaming and progress. So I should be there on Saturday night. We'll be
yes, brother.
along, and I smash brothers, and it'll be
I
good to
smash,
see
I smash anywhere, time,
you any place, anytime, anywhere.
anytime.
Good luck, bro.
Thank you, bro. Bye.